The biggest barrier to a habit is the initial activation energy, the mental and physical effort needed to start. When we think about changing or building new habits, it often feels very challenging, and that is because we try to build new habits by methods that are not very effective, leaving us feeling overwhelmed or even burnt out. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a super simple but incredibly powerful method to build new habits, and this is the Kaizen routine or method. It's a Japanese tiny step system that helps us to build great habits without feeling overwhelmed or burnt out. The Kaizen method uses the principle of micro improvements that layer over time, and I found that it's way less intimidating than trying to overhaul your life in a weekend. So let's see how these tiny tweaks helps add up to make a new habit. So first of all, what is Kaizen? Kaizen is basically a Japanese word which means good change. It's a continuous improvement mindset popularized by companies like Toyota, and a lot of individuals are catching up on it too. So let's look at a bit of history behind this method. Post-war Japan was industrially weak and resource scarce, so efficiency was a matter of survival. And then in 1950, Toyota invited Edward Deming, an American quality expert, to lecture Japanese engineers and managers on statistical quality control. Now, during this lecture, Deming emphasized on small incremental improvements and workers' involvement, which resonated deeply with the staff members of Toyota. So he emphasized that instead of relying on big top-down changes, Toyota encourages everyone from frontline workers to managers to look for small daily improvement. So workers could halt assembly lines if they noticed a defect, turning problems into learning opportunities rather than punishable mistakes. And this became a core part of Toyota's work policy, which has helped them produce higher quality cars with less waste compared to their competitors. So instead of telling yourself, I'm going to change everything today, you instead ask yourself, what's one tiny thing I can do today? And that's all. Tomorrow you try to add another tiny thing, and that's it. The trick here is in accumulation. These micro habits build into big changes over weeks and months. Let's break down the core principles behind this Kaizen method. So step one, you've asked yourself a small question. What's one tiny thing I can do today to get closer to my goal? Step two, you need to pick a mini habit, something that is so easy, doesn't even need motivation for you to get it done. Things like, I'm going to run for 1 minute, or I'm going to read one paragraph of a book. And then step three, you do it consistently, even when you don't feel like it. It's supposed to be that small, so when you think about doing it, it comes easy. And then step four, you track and you adjust regularly, asking yourself why. For example, if you miss a day, you ask yourself, why did I miss it? Why did I not do it today? And you make changes, such as making it fit better into your life, adding a time to when you will do it. I'm going to run 1 minute every day as soon as I get up from bed, or I'm going to run 1 minute every day 5 minutes before I go to bed. That way you're able to track and adjust regularly what is changing. And then step five, which is very important, is that you have to celebrate your micro wins, because celebration is the motivation for it, and it helps keep it sticky. If you say to yourself, I'm going to start a reading habit, so to break it down, reading habit, you're not just going to jump into reading a book. I'm going to read a book in a week. You start with, today I'm going to read 1 sentence. That comes easy, right? Yes. And then tomorrow you add on it and say, I'm going to maybe read a paragraph today. And then before you know it, weeks later, you've read an entire book and you didn't have to torture yourself. Talk about adding fitness to your routine. You can say, today I'm going to start with 1 push-up, and then tomorrow I'm going to do 2, and then the day after I'm going to do 5. Boom, you have momentum, and you no longer feel like you have to do 1 hour of workout. You can build your own routine by structuring your journey by, first of all, picking a focus area. Is it fitness, is it creativity, or is it productivity? productivity. Then define the micro action, and it has to be really easy. You have to break it down into tiny steps, maybe 1 push-up a day, 1 paragraph a day, or 1 sit-up a day, and then you make it daily, no exception. Every 30 seconds counts. Next thing, record it. Use a habit tracker or maybe a calendar to record how successful you've been, and then reflect weekly. Ask yourself why you did or why you didn't do it, and then make changes as necessary, and then rinse and repeat. And before you know it, you're building up a new habit gradually. Now, some of the common pitfalls people can encounter is that they become too ambitious. So when that happens, scale back a little. If it's feeling a bit too hard, then it's definitely a bit too hard for your brain to process, and that means you're highly likely not to be able to follow through rebuilding that habit. So scale back a little bit. Then another common pitfall is no tracking. So start tracking your progress, because the more you track it, the more aware you are of your progress. And then lack of reflection. Do a weekly check-in. No overthinking. Just, did I do it or did I not do it, and why did I not do it? And then another common pitfall is lack of accountability. So get someone to make you become more accountable for that new habit. Maybe use a friend, or build a community, or join a community that would help you stay accountable, because momentum loves social proof. And the reason this method works is because human beings are emotional beings, but we are emotional with limited discipline. So Kaizen helps to remove friction and build confidence from day one. Also, momentum is real. One little win makes tomorrow feel easier, and win after win builds belief. The biggest barrier to a habit is the initial activation energy, the mental and physical effort needed to start. Once you've done a habit several times, the brain builds like a cue response links in areas of it such as the basal ganglia, meaning that you require far less willpower to start. The more you do it, the less thinking it takes, and the more automatic it feels. When you repeat a habit, you often experience small rewards like dopamine hits from the progress you're making, and this reward reinforce the behavior neurologically, making you want to repeat it. And after enough momentum, you start to be the kind of person who just does it. This identity reinforcement means breaking the habit would feel like breaking out of character, which is uncomfortable for the brain. One thing you have to note is that Kaizen isn't about perfection. It's about tiny, sustainable changes. Let me know which micro habit you're going to pick. So that is it for today, you guys. I hope you found this video useful. Let's get better together, and turn on your notification bells for more interesting content. Don't forget to subscribe for more easy self-improvement tools coming up real soon. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and turn on your notification bells for more interesting content to come. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.